Have you ever watched a single pivotal moment unfold and immediately understood that it wasn't just an event, but a seismic shift sending ripples across the entire landscape? Because in the high-stakes chess match of the NBA, one team's massive commitment to a young star has just fired the starting gun for a frantic race, potentially unlocking a treasure trove of talent for a championship contender. Are we about to witness the Boston Celtics make their next championship-defining move, all thanks to a contract signed hundreds of miles away? Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the strategic maneuvers and hidden opportunities that define the NBA's relentless pursuit of greatness. Today, we're dissecting a fascinating development that on the surface seems entirely unrelated to the Boston Celtics, yet could very well dictate their next pivotal roster move. The Chicago Bulls, a franchise grappling with its identity, has just made a monumental financial commitment to Josh Giddey, signing him to a 4-year, $100 million extension. This isn't just a contract, it's a declaration. And in the intricate world of NBA team building, one declaration often creates a vacuum, a strategic opening that savvy teams like the Celtics are poised to exploit. For months, the basketball world has speculated about the future direction of the Chicago Bulls. Were they rebuilding, retooling, contending? The waters were murky, the path unclear. But with Shams Charania of ESPN breaking the news of Josh Giddey's substantial 4-year, $100 million extension, the fog has begun to lift. This isn't a minor investment, it's a clear, unequivocal statement from the Bulls' front office. Josh Giddey is a cornerstone. He is the player they intend to build around for the foreseeable future, a dynamic playmaker with exceptional court vision, and a unique skill set that they hope will be the engine of their offense. This commitment, however, comes with a significant caveat, a strategic tightrope walk that could directly benefit other teams. Handing Giddy an average of $25 million per season is a hefty sum, especially for a team that has struggled to find consistent success. But the real intrigue lies in the financial and roster implications this extension creates for the Bulls' other key players. Nikola Vucevic, Kobe White, and Ayo Dosunmu are all entering the final year of their respective contracts. This isn't merely a coincidence, it's a ticking clock. With Giddy now locked in, the Bulls must make difficult decisions about their supporting cast. Do they have the financial flexibility and the strategic desire to re-sign all three? Or, more likely, will they look to move one or more of these valuable assets rather than risk losing them for nothing in free agency? This isn't just about money, it's about fit, about building a cohesive unit around their newly anointed star. For the Bulls, this is a moment of truth, a fork in the road that will define their trajectory for years to come. And for the Boston Celtics, it's a siren call, signaling a potential opportunity to solidify their championship aspirations. Now, let's turn our gaze to the reigning Eastern Conference champions, the Boston Celtics. Even a team as dominant as the Celtics with their star power and deep roster is constantly looking for ways to optimize, to find that marginal gain that separates contenders from champions. Their current roster, while formidable, has one area that could benefit from an upgrade: the center position. While Nimias Queta has shown flashes of potential, the team's reliance on him to pan out is a calculated risk. Adding a proven quality center to the mix would not only provide crucial depth, but also elevate their defensive ceiling and rebounding prowess, especially against the league's elite bigs. This isn't a glaring weakness, but in the relentless pursuit of a title, every advantage counts. The Celtics, however, don't possess a treasure chest of readily available trade assets that would immediately pique the Bulls' interest. Or do they? Enter Anfernee Simons. On paper, Simons is a talented guard capable of scoring and creating. But in Boston, his fit isn't as clear-cut. The Celtics already have a strong backcourt rotation, and Simons' defensive profile might not align perfectly with their championship-level standards. Furthermore, with Peyton Pritchard already in the mix, the Celtics need to consider their long-term investment at the guard position. Do they view Simons as a part of their future beyond this season? The answer to that question could be the key that unlocks a potential deal with Chicago. While the Bulls' backcourt is currently crowded with Giddy, White Dosunmu, and Trey Jones. Simons' ability to play off-ball and his scoring punch could still hold appeal, especially if Chicago is looking to reshape its guard rotation. This isn't about a direct positional need for the Bulls, but about acquiring a valuable asset that could be part of a larger strategic realignment. This brings us to the tantalizing trade scenarios that could unfold, a high-stakes negotiation where both teams are looking to maximize their return. The most obvious and perhaps most impactful target for the Celtics from Chicago's expiring contracts is Nikola Vucevic. Imagine the impact of a Simons for Vucevic trade. For Boston, Vucevic immediately fills their need for a quality center. He's a proven scorer, a strong rebounder, and a veteran presence who can stretch the floor, providing valuable spacing for Tatum and Brown. His experience in high-pressure situations would be invaluable, and he offers a significant upgrade over existing options. This move would solidify the Celtics' frontcourt, making them even more formidable on both ends of the court. For the Bulls, acquiring Simons would be a move for the future. While their backcourt is currently crowded, if they are committed to Giddy, they might be willing to move one or more of their other guards. Simons, with his scoring ability, could provide a different dynamic alongside Giddy, potentially as a primary scorer off the bench, or even as a complementary starter if other guards are moved. The challenge for Chicago would be integrating Simons into an already guard-heavy rotation, but his talent is undeniable. The success of this trade for Boston would hinge on their assessment of Simons' long-term fit and their willingness to invest further in Pritchard. If Simons isn't seen as a core piece, then leveraging him for an immediate upgrade at center like Vucevic becomes a no-brainer. But what if Vucevic isn't the target, or if the price is too high? Another intriguing option for the Celtics could be Dosunmu. While not possessing the offensive firepower of Simons, Dosunmu is a quality defender who can guard multiple positions, a trait highly valued in Boston's defensive-minded system. He's a tenacious competitor, and his versatility would make him an excellent fit for the Celtics bench, providing energy and defensive intensity. In the long term, Dosunmu might actually be a better fit for Boston's system, offering a more defensive-oriented guard option compared to Simons. The plot thickens if the Bulls decide to part ways with Coby White. If White is traded, then a package involving Dosunmu for Simons could become even more appealing to Chicago. In this scenario, the Bulls would be acquiring Simons to replace some of White's offensive production, while still having Giddy as their primary playmaker. This would allow them to maintain a scoring punch at the guard position while reshaping their roster around Giddy. This isn't just a simple player-for-player swap, it's a multi-layered strategic dance, with each move influencing the next, and the Giddy extension serving as the initial spark. Regardless of the specific players involved, the overarching message is clear. The Chicago Bulls' decision to ink Josh Giddey to a new, substantial contract extension has profound implications beyond their immediate roster. It signifies a definitive commitment to a future with him at the helm, and with that commitment comes the inevitable need to make tough choices about who else fits into that future. The expiring contracts of Vucevic, White, and Dosunmu are no longer just expiring contracts. They are potential trade chips, assets that the Bulls must either re-sign, extend, or move to avoid losing them for nothing. This situation creates a dynamic marketplace, and the Boston Celtics, with their championship window wide open, are perfectly positioned to capitalize. They have a clear need at center and a valuable asset in Anfernee Simons, who, while talented, might be more valuable to another team. The intertwining narratives of a team committing to its future and a contender looking for that final piece make for compelling basketball theater. Chicago is, in essence, open for business, and the Celtics are undoubtedly watching, strategizing, and preparing to make a move that could very well determine their ultimate destiny this season. The chess pieces are set, the board is in play, and the next big move could be just around the corner. So, what do you think, basketball strategists? Which Bulls player do you believe the Celtics should target? And what would be your ideal trade package? Do you see Anfernee Simons as the key to unlocking a deal? Or do the Celtics have other assets they should leverage? Share your insights, your trade proposals, and your predictions in the comment section below. We love hearing your takes on these high-stakes decisions. And if you're as fascinated by the strategic intricacies of the NBA as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis and exclusive reports that keep you at the forefront of the game.